Hey guys, AttackingTucans here, welcoming you back to Let's Play Rollercoaster Tycoon 3. I'm super excited for this episode because I really want to get a lot done. This is one of my favorite series to record right now, and I'm just super excited that so many of you guys love it so far because I am just fully enjoying myself. And I've actually been really scared to do this series because I was afraid that you guys wouldn't really enjoy it and I would just waste my efforts. But I'm happy to hear that you guys are excited and you continuously ask for more, so I am here to provide for you guys. Anyways, so last episode I asked you guys what was a good name for this roller coaster we just built that goes through our park. Also, we should probably pause the game. This coaster we built right here last episode, and I got lots of fantastic ideas, but the one I ended up going with is somebody said the garter snake, and I really enjoyed that name. Mainly because this coaster kind of is the same color as a garter snake, except for the trains. Where's a train at? Here's one. We need to change the train color. So let's go ahead and go to the palette, and we'll have the bar be yellow. Let's have the outside be like a green color, then the outside be black. And I'm pretty sure this is now pretty much the same color scheme of a garter snake. And garter snakes are kind of like harmless snakes. A lot of them live around Missouri. If you didn't know where they were, I think they're actually all across America. But yes, we now have a name for our new roller coaster, so thank you for the person who gave me that idea. Okay, so this episode, the main thing I want to start off with is I want to finish this building up because the inside's pretty much done. All we have to do is just finish the outside, and we have a nice looking entrance building, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now the way we're going to do this is instead of using the method of building where I have like a roof or whatever, where I have to press the shift button and raise it up and click a million times, which can be pretty difficult when you have like the outside of the roof built and you're trying to find the spaces where you can click correctly to raise the pieces up. What we're going to do is we're going to actually build the roof out to the side over here, and then we're going to copy and paste it on top of the building using this custom structure saving option. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with this. Now my plan is I'm gonna use this colonial shingled roof and have it go along the whole entire outside of this, except I'm gonna use a bit different of a style from this one, and then I'm gonna have a big glass top for it so sunlight can shine through and keep these plants alive and light this whole entire interior during the daytime, because natural lighting is the best lighting. So let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so I've built a main part of the roof. Now I'm going to do something really quickly. I'm going to do the save objects. I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to select all these glass pieces. We have two more to select, and we're going to save it. Let's go ahead and save the structure. Then we're going to load it in. So we're going to load the structure, and first off I need to get rid of all of these. So we're going to use the trash can tool. What we can do is we can do the same exact thing. We'll select all of these squares and we will delete the glass. Perfecto. Let's go back to the load custom structures. I'm going to bring it back in, and then I'm going to raise it up a few notches. That way it sits kindly at the top. Well, I think my game just freaked out because of that load. Come on, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so now that is looking very nice, and that should fit on top of this roof, I believe. Now, the way I designed this is I actually need to delete a few pieces off this roof real fast. So I'm using the trash can tool. We're going to take off these two layers right here, because the way I built this roof, the roof for the back half was going to have to be way too high for my liking, and I didn't really want it to be that way. I wanted to kind of keep it a bit lower compared to what it was going to be. So let's just get rid of all of these roof segments. Oh crap, I didn't mean to delete the other piece. We'll fix it in a second though. And once we get rid of all these, we'll copy and paste this roof on top of the big boy. Okay, I think we're good. So it all comes down to this. Bum bum bum. Also, before recording this, I really had to go pee, but I was way too lazy to get out of my chair to go pee. That really wasn't. I'm not that lazy, but at the same time I am sometimes. Go ahead and save this. Replace the thing from earlier, but now I'm really regretting it. I'll have to go pee in a bit, but I can hold it for a bit longer. Okay, So we need to put this on top of here. There's something else in the way somewhere. What's in the way this time? Perfect. Yes. That is looking very nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and touch all this up and see you guys in a few seconds. Just like that, we finally have a roof on this building with a roller coaster going through it, a monorail, a merry-go-round, a bunch of stalls. You can see the roller coaster through this way as well. I also added some more windows to the front. So this is all starting to look pretty finished up front. I mean, I have a lot more scenery to do up in this front area, but this little section is turning out very nice. I'm very happy with this way this looks. Ooh. Now what I think I'm gonna do is, I don't like how tall these supports are for this roller coaster. It gets way too far off the ground at some points. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna raise the land underneath it and create some rolling hills to kind of go along with the shape of the track to kind of make it look like it was built to fit the style of land, and also take away some of the flatness of this land, because right now it's just way too flat and I'm not a huge fan of how flat it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some rolling hills, and also my cat just came down and started snuggling by my foot, and now my foot's super warm and I like it. Thank you, Roxas, you're so kind to me sometimes. You're too good to me. I'm not sure if I even deserve this. Okay, so we're gonna make this look a bit more realistic here, and it's kind of bumpy right now, but I'll go ahead and smooth it out as well with the smooth tool. So let's go ahead and smooth some of these sections out. We don't want that little thing in there because that looks kind of silly. Get away from there. We'll go ahead and use this tool. Get that bump out of the ground. Hey, how it does that sometimes. If they made a newer version of this game, there's quite a few things they could polish to make this game better. Another thing I don't like is how you can't build a house or a wall on the same line as a path. Because if you haven't realized yet, whenever you build a path, let's build a path real fast. There's actually 2 lines. Each square has 4 sides you can build stuff on. So, say we were building a wall of some sort, and it was coming along here, and then it got to the path. You can't actually build right there, but you can build on this side. And when you do that, it unaligns the walls. You have to go back and delete those and put them back in a line. So I think if they ever redid this game, they should make it so you can build the paths close to the walls as well, because that would save a lot of frustration. I'm not even sure why they even made that decision in the first place, but you know what? I guess they can do what they want. It's their game. Okay, so I'm gonna raise this hill up a tiny bit more, like right in the center, a bit more, and then I will smooth this out. Don't worry, it's a bit high. Didn't mean to make it that high, and we'll smooth it out a tiny bit. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna do some painting to the ground to make it not look so straight up grassy. So I'm gonna add like a little bit of flowered grass because some flowers are growing around here at like the top of the hills. They'll add some like darker grass along the sides as well to kind of just add like a bit of texture to it. Also, let's add some flowers in this section as well, so it looks prettier. Like all these trees have petals or something falling off of them. So I'm pretty sure those are apple trees, and I'm pretty sure apple sprouts or buds are flowers. I don't know the anatomy of an apple tree. I'm sorry. I'm not that smart. Okay, and that looks a bit better. Definitely kind of flows along with the roller coaster a bit more now. And doesn't look like it's just super lengthy and tall for no reason. It still fits. It makes it feel like it fits a bit more. I'm going to go ahead and add some things to this side as well. So let's get our tool to raise it up again. Let's go ahead and add a bit more variety just so it all looks a little bit nicer. Ooh, I did not mean to do that. You have to be really careful sometimes. I'll fix that in a second, but that was an accident. I rose the piece of that roof right there. I'm not sure how that really even happened, but it did. And it wasn't supposed to, so I'll have to fix it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of... Okay, in a bit we will add trees to make this look a bit more naturistic, but real fast, I'm going to add something in this section right here. Now, something that's actually fairly big in amusement parks is those things that are like jumping, trampoline style things that you have to pay extra money to get on. So I'm going to build a couple of those, or just one, but I'm pretty sure it has more than one trampoline. I have to find it first. I think it's in this section. I think it's at the very bottom. Yeah, there it is, trampoline. It's hard to remember where some of the things are sometimes. And I'm going to build that. First off, before I do that, I'm going to actually build a piece of land for it to sit on. So we're going to get a thick tile of large land. You know, instead of using that, I'm just going to actually raise the land. That actually makes a bit more sense. I'm not going to raise it very much though. I'm just going to raise it a tiny bit, just so it kind of stands up. And it also flattens this section out a tiny bit so it'll fit. And behind it, I'm going to build some buildings that are going to have something in them. I'm not entirely sure what I want to put inside them yet, but they will for sure have something. So we have a little thing to work with. So let's get going. So we're going to start off with the trampoline ride, because it's just something nice for people to see when they come into the park. Put that there, up at the entrance and exit. And these things are actually pretty fun. You go ahead and like strap into these things, these harnesses, and you can jump really freaking high. Since you have a harness, you don't have to worry about like flying off the trampoline. So it's actually super duper fun. Super duper fun. So let's go ahead and build the paths going off of this. I feel like they always have these things in theme parks, but I've never actually got to ride them very often because they always charge extra money to ride them. They always have those rides in theme parks that they charge extra for, and it kind of pisses me off because it's like I'm already paying for a lot of money to be in here. But I think the reason they do that is because season passes actually sell for a decent price. Why is that not working? Go off to the side. Do I have to use this thing? Okay. I'm gonna have to just go ahead and do it manually. Why isn't that working? Ah, so frustrating. I'll just do it like this. Will that work? There we go. That worked. I just had to do it backwards for some reason. And that will be the way to get up to this ride. But yes, they have lots of rides in theme parks that cost money because when they sell season passes, they actually don't sell the season passes for very much money. Usually season passes cost like what it costs for 2 tickets to a theme park. So what they do is they get people to buy season passes, so when they come back later, they'll be like, oh, now we can buy lots of food and play all these extra things that cost extra money because we're not paying extra to get in this time. So I'm pretty sure that's how that all works, and I'm pretty sure it probably, I'm saying pretty sure a lot, but I'm fairly sure that's a lot better, Tyler. But I'm fairly sure it actually makes them quite a bit of money. I mean, it has to. If it didn't, they wouldn't continue doing it. They would find a different business model. But when I went to Six Flags with Donnabelle's, like it was a couple months ago, we went to a restaurant, and it's kind of annoying just how many advertisements theme parks have. But there's a shit ton. We went into this one little restaurant. It's like a fast food restaurant, and they have 3 menus. Not 3 menus, but 3 flat screen TVs. And the middle flat screen TV isn't used as a menu whatsoever. All that is used for is to just continuously play advertisements, while there's actually 3 menu pages, but one of the TVs has to like cycle through it every like 10 seconds, and it's just super annoying. It's like, why couldn't you just put the 3rd menu on the 3rd TV? Are you guys really that thirsty for money at an amusement park where thousands of people come every single day to where you have to make one of the menus an advertisement instead of an actual menu? It just kind of made me mad. It didn't make much sense to me. Okay, so we're gonna have this building back here. It's not gonna be nearly as big as this one. It's gonna be a bit smaller. It's kind of for decoration. I'll probably put something inside. What could I actually put inside of this thing? We could put more food, maybe some information stalls or something. First aid. Could be like one of those types of things. What is this? Custom stall with billboard. Interesting. There's actually a billboard option where you can import images, which I should actually do that at some point, and you can put your own images in and put them into the game. Same with music, I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to go ahead and speed up the process of me building this building real fast. Oh, I actually got a perfect idea. Later when we have something on this section of the park over here, I'm going to actually have a ride go through this building, maybe a car ride or something special. So for now I'm just going to kind of build this building up and have it here as a placeholder for when we do that. But that's actually a fairly good idea. Woo! I'm on a roll! Okay, I actually didn't expect for this building to turn out so well. Also, for some reason the sunlight keeps reflecting off of the edge of these walls, and whenever I zoom out it's like really bright, but I think it's just the time of day it is, maybe. I'm not exactly sure why, but hopefully that'll go away. But yeah, that actually looks pretty nice. What we'll do later is we'll have a car ride go through this building later. That way this building doesn't go to waste. But that's pretty nice. People will enter this park and they'll see that on the side. I mean, it's better than having a big empty space or just filling it with trees or something. I really like that. Sound like a sheep right now. So we're gonna keep on decorating. Let's go ahead and change the colors of this ride. Right now it's kind of red and yellowish. It kind of is too bright looking. Doesn't really fit. Where's the thing where I change the colors? Is this it? No, this isn't it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and go with like a... Ooh, actually changing that yellow made all the difference. Kind of like that already. What if I change this to white or something? Ooh, no, that's ugly. Is that the same red I just had? I think it was that one. Okay, let's go ahead and go with that. Well, that's still kind of Christmassy now. Dang it. Can we have this be like a dark yellow? No, I hate choosing colors. Purple. There we go. That looks pretty good. My nose itches. Holy poopy moly. Okay, so we have that ride there. Now I'm going to do a bit more decorating in this section. We're going to need to add some trees around here and kind of just decorate around this house a tiny bit. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to do something really cool to the land. So right now, there's just grass underneath these sidewalks. And I mean, it doesn't look bad, but we can make it look better. So if we just come along with this stone and we'll get rid of it underneath these trees. I'm just doing this for now. But if we bring it along here, you can actually see the stone along the sides of the path. And it looks really nice in my own humble opinion. Okay, I don't want to do that. That looks ugly. Go away. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this down to one size and fill in these spots. And what we have is like a nice looking border. And it makes it just look that much nicer. What if we do that? Ooh, that makes it look even a bit nicer. Ooh, I like that. We'll put that in the holes. Yay! Somebody mowed underneath the trees. That actually isn't very realistic. Let's change it. There we go. Now the trees have petals falling from them. So pretty. I'm going to go ahead and put some bushes underneath. Or not underneath, but in front of this ride. We'll use small yellow bushes. Don't want too many. Thinking it's not super symmetrical. That works. Maybe that, and then we'll have some red bushes to fill in the spots. That looks nice. Yes. This nice little mansion to the side. I really like this. Look at that view. That looks beautiful. Woo! I'm pretty much like combining The Sims and Rollercoaster Tycoon, building kick-ass houses. I love The Sims so much. I've always wanted to do a Sims 3 Let's Play, but I'm not sure if it would do that well. Also, actually, I have like done some tests as well with my computer. For some reason my computer can't handle recording The Sims, even though it's a gaming laptop, but you know, I guess it happens. Maybe I need a desktop for that. I need to go ahead and make that grass, because that was an accident. That looks a lot better. Okay, that's coming along nice. Let's add some trees to this section over here now, because it's looking pretty bare. So, start with some tall trees. These large sugar pines should do. because they'll reach up to the height of the coaster pretty much, so when they're climbing this hill, they'll actually see some foliage around them. It'll look very nice. You always want to like have something to look at when on these coasters. It just gives it that much more realism. It makes you realize you're not in just a big empty space or world. Go ahead and add a few trees around here just to spruce it up a tiny bit. I really wish I was using spruce trees right now. That'd be hilarious. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Let's put some medium apple trees like right in front of this as well. Just make it look like a nice, beautiful estate with trampolines right in front of it. That's what we do best. We don't want to have too many trees at the same time because then it might look a bit too crowded. We don't want it to be a forest. We want it to seem just like a nice little well-kept area, I guess. So I have some of those. Go ahead and just throw some around this building. Also, you might notice as we place trees, they also put trees into the distance to try to tie it all in together. That's nice sometimes, and then other times it kind of looks bad. With these trees, it works, but sometimes it can look bad, but no worries. Okay, what else we want? We want maybe some bushes around here. Some George W. Bushes. That was a terrible joke. Kind of feel bad now. I'll throw some of these around here. Just kind of, it makes it just nice and green. Makes it three-dimensional. Three-dimensional makes everything look so much better. And that's quite a bit. That should be fine like that. And the last thing I'm gonna add is some rocks, because rocks look nice, especially when they're big, clean-looking rocks. Where are they at? Small boulder. I'll go ahead and throw in a few rocks around here, because little rocks never hurt nobody. There's some Fergie for you. I'm so Fergalicious. What even happened to Fergie? I think she like, did she get married or she had a baby or something? I'm not completely sure. But whatever happened, I kind of miss her. I miss the Black Eyed Peas. I actually really liked the Black Eyed Peas. Well, about half their songs. Like half of their songs were shit and then the others were fairly decent. Okay, so that area is looking fairly beautiful now. I really like that. Especially when we're on this roller coaster, it'll look so good. Just flying through these trees and such. I'm kind of excited. We should add a couple more red trees to this front area. Just a bit bland, like right there and right there. Maybe one right here as well. There. Much better. Something I need to keep in mind too is eventually I need to put something building wise on the sides, maybe a bit on the back, so this building isn't so square, because right now it's very square. I'm not sure how much I like that. So that's something to keep in mind as well. I'm also gonna add these lion statues because lions are pretty, right? Also, wait, why are they floating? Oh, it's because the ground isn't even. Okay, let me fix that. Perfect. It all ended up working out. I'm very happy. Finally. Okay, so that looks definitely like a rich person's mansion. Ooh, it's also beautiful. Not entirely sure what we're gonna do on this side yet, but I'll think of something. I'm kind of tempted to build like another small house about half the size of this one right in this section. So I think I'm gonna do that real fast because we're not gonna really be able to easily fit a ride in here, and I don't really want to have any actual rides before this stuff up here. I want it to be kind of a nice entryway. I put this here because it's not really a ride, it's more of a little attraction, and it's not very noticeable. But I think for the most part, it'd be better to just have some decoration up here, like a small house or building. So I'm gonna do that real fast. Detail though. I'm not sure why I put that much detail inside here, but I did, and it's kind of cool. Okay, this building is now done, and it looks pretty nice. We have filled this beginning area quite nicely. It's all tying together pretty well. I really enjoy it. We have these two big houses. We have this smaller one back here. We have this big building that has rides inside of it, which is really freaking awesome. We're gonna do some more to this building later, but for now it's looking pretty good. We should probably go ahead and put a few more trees throughout here, so let's go ahead and just sprinkle some throughout so it's not too empty looking. We're not gonna have too many on this side just because we don't want this to be a forest by any means, just enough to where it looks like it's pretty. Yeah. Sprinkle those throughout here. We will add a couple bushes, and this section should be getting close to being done actually. So proud of us. We're getting so much done. We actually didn't really build any rides this episode, but that's because we're just finishing up this opening area. But we have gotten quite a bit done. We built one tiny ride, but I'm still happy with the progress this episode because this is actually looking very nice. Well, we can't really see it from that far away anymore. We have to kind of be more zoomed in so all the trees aren't in the way. Maybe a bit more. Yes, all these trees are in the way, but that's kind of a good thing because when you enter the park, you kind of get a better view from over this lake or something. I don't know where to get a perfect view, but I like it. I really like this a lot. It's really turning out much better than I thought it would, to be honest. And now for those of you who have watched this whole entire episode, I'm going to award you by riding the garter snake with all of our scenery. I'm pretty excited about this now. Go ahead and close it so the carts will be in the beginning section. And let's test ride. Here we go with all the scenery in place now. Last time we rode it, there was literally nothing. Ooh, these trees are kind of close. They're not too close to the point where they're obnoxious. Okay, here we go on the first drop. The new hills and the trees. Gonna go towards our building that looks fantastic. Go over the hill and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. The sun just randomly changed. I don't even know. Wow, this is beautiful. To see all the new trees, buildings. Really happy with this. Guys, I'm so proud of us. We're doing good for ourselves. Voice crackage. Now for the indoor section with our new glass roof. That looks really nice too. And for the little garden section at the end, this ride is pretty freaking nice, you have to admit. That wall was a bit low, I probably should fix that. But apart from that, it's all pretty fantastic. Anyways, I think I'm going to call this an episode. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up, it means a lot to me. And the comment question of the day is, do you like roller coasters? Do you like them big and scary or just medium? Or do you hate roller coasters? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, I've been AttackingTucans playing Rollercoaster Tycoon 3, and I will see you all next time. See ya!